Hi Martin.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm great, Martin.
You got a
How
great
are you?
smile. You look like a happy guy.
Always.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, very good. And the guy next to you looks like a guy I know.
For a little bit, just for a little bit of time.
Firstly, thank you very much, Martin, for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
My pleasure.
So, I've seen the work that you're doing and the service that you're providing in your state. So I thought to tell about your work and your service to my audience.
Again, will be my pleasure.
So,
You want us to start or what?
yeah, can you please introduce yourself and about the work that you do?
My name is Martin Berns. I am the CEO of Loyalty Superstore, which encompasses Loyalty Superstore, Loyalty National Mall, National Mall Plus, and Local Thanks. And the gentleman joining us is Doug Melly. Doug is the CEO of the company. So I am really, well, let's put it this way. My hands reject my body when it comes to technology. That's why we have Doug around, so we can answer questions that I cannot answer. Give you a little background on myself. I graduated college with a BSBA in marketing. I have been a serial entrepreneur for many years. I got into the loyalty business about 15 years ago, maybe a little more, with what you may recall printed sheets, which we sold to schools and charities. They went out and we sold advertising on those things. Couldn't do that today because the paper would not be this high and we could not handle that. But that's how we started. Then we went into the online loyalty program, which at the time was called MediaNet Group Technologies. We produced a mall similar to what we had today, except all you could do to customize it was change the colors and put the client's logo on it. Today we can do just about anything on the fly. We sold that company, took it public, by the way, and then sold it. And then a few years ago, we started the new company, which we now just sold also to a public company. And although we administer it and operate it as an independent company, it is owned by a company called Zallis. The mall itself has been designed for companies and nonprofits. We've done charity work for nonprofits and larger companies like merchant providers, merchant services, charities well, I can't name them now because we got an NDA, but larger charities. And what they do is take our Prime program, which is who's ringing,
Sorry about
which
that.
is which is the mall. But the mall itself is kind of unique. First of all, it's the only mall that's white labeled, includes an online mall, includes in-store shopping, all at national merchants, includes over 10,000 local merchants. So, we've got something just about for everybody. And the idea behind it is we have a back end, which Doug can explain better than I can, a back end which allows our clients to go in and change everything on the fly. Nobody allows them to do that. So they can even choose the merchants they want from the national merchant list. They can even put local merchants up on it, change the colors, put ads on it, do emails, texting, a lot of different things. And we are very proud of what we have built. And we are getting ready to really launch it on a national level. By the way, we have built malls for other countries. We've had one in Germany. We've had one in, we have one now for Canada. We have had them for England and so forth. In fact, we can do them just about any place in the world. We've got a language converter that goes on so people can look any place they are and know what they're looking at. I can't do one bit of translation on any language, by the way. Most I can say is "Como está usted," which may mean "How are you?" That's the extent of my linguistic promise. Doug, you want to add something to this?
Really, Marty, you've done a great introduction on everything, and I'll talk a little bit more about the product with National Mall specifically. It really is a one-of-a-kind solution in that it's taken on the idea of affiliate marketing and really just supercharged it by allowing the brandability of the mall itself, the ability to connect a client, a business, with thousands of national brands, and make that relationship between them. So the ability to customize them all, the ability to offer affiliate marketing at scale to membership bases, to large groups, all under one brand, your brand, is really what sets it apart from the others in the game, like the Racketons out there, or even the Impact, different networks that do this sort of thing. They're all great partners, and we love working with them. We just really tailored it to a niche of making it brandable for any given organization.
The mall itself, which is the thing that we have started out with first, features about 1,200 of the national merchants, tens of thousands of local coupons from local merchants. And I have to read this because there's so much, but we allow our customers in the mall to put up their own text, their own graphics, their own videos, their own color schemes, their own business rules. We have what we call a daily scratch-off. What that is a scratch-off. It's like a game, like a lottery ticket. So every day they can put up something and scratch off and see what the special is that day. It's our most popular feature, by the way. We allow them even to put up merchants themselves or to take down merchants if they feel they're competitive with them on the mall. We give them links to their own corporate site or any sites that they want to send people to. We let them put up their own ads so they can start selling ads on their own malls. And we give rebate distribution. By that means everyone that we private branded for shares in the rebates we get. When we put out on the mall, we put next to it the amount of money that the customer, the client, the shopper, would receive by shopping at Macy's or Target or Best Buy or whatever. We get a like amount of that we put in a separate pool, and we share that with the company that we private branded for. So let's say it was a charity, we brand for them, and then every time one of their people, they can put in 10,000, 100,000 people, whatever, every time their people shop, they get money as well as the customer gets money, which is a pretty, nice thing as far as they're concerned. From a marketing standpoint, all of a sudden have a new income potential. We send out customer emails for them. We send out, we got a back end that allows them a complete review of all of the results, all of the analysis. So, and the local thanks program, where we do this for the small merchants, they can actually see what ads work, what ads didn't work. They can change them on the fly. They can do a lot of things that makes this a very, very potentially profitable and a record building for them. We also have what we call National Mall Plus, which is a co-op with us. The people can go into the store, like the national merchants, take out their credit card, ask the merchant, how much is my bill? They don't have to show the merchant the credit card because we've already stored it for them for safety purposes. And when they say, let's say I went to Burger King, and Burger King, my bill was $14.12. If I wanted to go buy a gift card from Burger King, I'd have to buy $25 or $50 or a set amount. With our program, they just pull up Burger King on a program, put in $14.12, the exact amount, press a button, Burger King gets paid instantly, and the customer gets about 5% cash back on every transaction they spend. So we've got this program set with over 300 national merchants and tens of thousands of locations around the United States. Then we have the last one, which is the Local Thanks, which is the program that we found and we really started to get into because there's 28 in the United States alone. There's over 28 million small merchants. They have no way of competing with the big guy. It costs too much. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have the time. So we have built this program, which allows them to have a customized website like Groupon, where they can put their own coupons up on it. We send out emails for them, texting, and what do we call it? Messaging, direct messaging, and other things with analysis again, which they can change coupons, have discretion. We even give them a virtual punch card that they can go and have their customers for having repetition for that business. So we have done a very, very, Doug and his team, and got to give him credit, and his team has built something that is really unique. And there's nothing quite like it in the country. Now, there's a lot of emails, there's a lot of texting and so forth. But nobody has put them together where they're all in one place. That's why we call it Loyalty Superstore, because we are superstore of these loyalty programs, and also allowed full customization, give cash back to them, give cash back to their customers, and other incentives that other people have not yet done. So we feel that we really have a jump on the market and are about to exploit that. And Doug, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I appreciate your kind words about me and the team, but frankly, none of it would be possible without your kind of brain power, your mindset behind this. Martin's marketing background and the ability to know what connects with customers and makes customers want to remain loyal to a business is what drives all of our programs, National Mall Plus, and Local Thanks. So, quite frankly, I met Martin when he was running the National Mall program and was a vendor for him initially in helping provide payments out to those consumers for those earned rebates. And we just, grew a great business relationship to where it made sense to then extend that into these other products that again, were his brainchild. Sure, we use the technology we work the technology to meet his needs and his end game, but at the heart of it all.
But one of the things that he brought to me, which again is something that I don't know if anyone else does. If one of our clients has their own debit card and they, issue it to tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people, when they earn money through our program, we can press a button and load that debit card for them. So, they don't normally have that ability. And every time we add money, that means they can spend money on that debit card, and our client makes money every time they spend. So it's a unique type of program from that standpoint as well.
Thanks for mentioning that, Marty. This goes back to the heart of what I was saying there, is that his vision was always to make it attractive to consumers so that they become loyal to their businesses, and those businesses have multiple revenue streams, whether that's through the shopping where the consumer's paying what they would have normally paid anyway, but now they're happy to get cash back, and a portion of that goes to the merchant. Or in this example, they're happy to use a debit card where there are other consumer benefits. And again, a portion of those proceeds goes back to the initiating merchant or the initiating business. So it's all about a win-win situation all around the board. That's the whole heart of the programs at Loyalty Superstore. What's a win for the customer? What's a win for the business?
By going through our portal that we build private branded for whoever, they're really clicking on a button and going directly to the same site they would go to if they went to Shop Direct. So when they come to a mall that's branded for whoever, and they click on Best Buy, the Best Buy is automatically shifted over to the corporate Best Buy, the same site the general public can go to, except with the general public, what they get is the product and a receipt. With our program, they get a product, receipt, and cash back because they went through the mall. And our client gets cash back as well. Any questions so far?
Yeah,
Because
Martin.
we've been
So
talking.
how?
Huh?
Yeah, it's amazing that you are able to do this from very starting point and you made this possible and reached everywhere. So I want to know how your business thing is able to match with the technology that today we have.
Well, we got Doug and his team, and we are always on the lookout for competition. Now, there's nobody that competes exactly as we do because nobody private labels, in-store plus mall and so forth, all the things that I mentioned. But we might find something that is interesting, and then Doug and his team will take a look at it, and then we can add that feature to our program. Now, it's only because we've got really good people. And we are in tune with the market so that we can keep up with what we should be adding to it.
Yeah, a little further on that is, we will leverage anything from open source code to, other models as long as it makes sense. I learned a long time ago, let the business drive the technology, not the technology drive the business. Learned it the hard way. So, frankly, if you're talking tech, we utilize everything from ASP and ASP.NET all the way through, PHP and other languages, Java, you name it, we're utilizing it in some fashion somewhere, depending on what's going to have the best impact for the end user, whether that end user is the business or the consumer. Everything from web to mobile. So it's not so much about, we love this, for example, PHP Laravel setup that we've customized or anything like that, or gosh, Cold Fusion's an older language, but it's solid and we love using it. No, it's about what's going to have the best impact and the best usage. And then can we scale that at cost, and does it work for all the end users? So that's really at the heart of everything, is what's going to work for them. So I'd like to say we're platform agnostic and technology agnostic, whatever is going to work. And when frankly, we've got our tech stack is spread across multiple different platforms. They all talk to each other. And we in some cases heavily utilize APIs with third-party vendors. But that's commonplace these days, right? So we've kind of always taken this path of, again, how do we keep this lean, mean, and and serve the end user?
Oh, next question.
So Martin, you are able to get success with what you did, and now you went to other countries as well, Germany. You are able to solve problems there too. So what is motivating you to do whatever you are doing? Is this the experience that you have in the business and the passion that you have in this?
Well, as far as the other countries are concerned, everybody uses what they call these are the aggregators that are putting together the merchants. That we have to go to the merchants and be approved so that they can come on our mall. But the aggregator does a lot of the work from the back end of it. Now, there's aggregators all over the country and all over the world. There's aggregators in India. All we have to do, because our platform is so flexible and robust, is make a deal with the aggregator to add them to our program. So all we have to do is then do all of the APIs and so forth necessary, but then we can expand to just about any country that has these type of aggregators. And most of the larger countries do. That's why I say we've done it before with our old technology. Now we've got much better technology. We can do it easier.
But how do you define, or how do you understand the customer's experience or the client's experience? How serious you take in order to develop the service that you have?
Well, our customers are varied. Like we have, let's start out with schools, any nonprofits and so forth. Those people need to raise money for their causes. They're out there soliciting for help all the time. By building them the malls and the local thanks, they can now go to their donors or the people that are interested in their charity and offer them the mall free to them. And now they can go through and buy things and get cash back, which they couldn't do before. But now they can through this, and the charity now makes money. So we can go for nonprofits. We go to larger corporations. We go even to an add-on for merchant providers, merchant services, because merchant services, as you know, are just about the same. They say different things, but they come back with about the same costs and so forth. We're a value add. Now, if they can go as a merchant service provider, can go in and say, yeah, we give you the best rates, etc., but we care about your business. They don't care about your business. We do. How do we care about your business? We're going to give you this local thanks, which is going to give you email and texting and powerful marketing tools and so forth. And we're going to do it all for you. So, that gives them the edge. We can do this for just about any corporation, any business, network marketing companies who need, the added value for their customers and can even take our product, which we would white label for them and go out and sell it as their product. So, our market is really limitless.
So how it feels you as a leader building a company or a business which is holding or handling different networks and different businesses?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
As a leader, how it feels you being the owner of the company and managing this giant merchants and big networks, the businesses which belongs to different industries. How it feels, when you look back, where you have started this and where you have reached today. So how do you define your experience in this?
Well, as I say, I've been in the loyalty business as such for 15 years, just in the network, or excuse me, the online portion. I was, having experience with the old-fashioned print portion before that. So, over those periods of 15 years, we have seen a lot of developments in this business. And we have, as I said before, a lot of good people who can take my ideas and put them together in code, which I can't even read, but they can put it together in code and come up with the programs that I want. And the difference is I know some things that they don't know. I know some things other people don't know. I've got a saying. I said, we get more from a business standpoint, you get more out of life with a smile and a gun than just a smile alone. The smile is, I only want to deal with people I know, like, and trust. The gun is the gun of knowledge. Everybody out there has bullets that we can take from them and load our gun for even better than they are. So that's how we do it.
So you loading the gun and doing this, so making things possible, and like you said just now, you give ideas and the technologists, the coders will do rest of the thing. So how you made this possible? It's not that easy for a technologist to match the business requirement and create something which is something that is newer, that is hearing for the first time.
It's like the old saying, what comes first? Sales, advertising, the mechanics, it's all put together. And frankly, the main ideas come from me. But my people, and I've learned a long time ago, you learn more from your people than from anybody else. They see what's happening every day. They see if there's a problem. They can bring it to you. They can see there's something that I don't see, because there's a lot to see out in this world, and say, hey, did you take a look at this? Is there some way we can utilize something like this or develop something that's even better than this? So it all becomes a team effort.
So which businesses got more benefit with this service?
More benefits?
Which businesses, which companies got, which merchants got more benefit this service?
Well, it's a combination. We have many like sign up benefits, for instance. Okay, when something for their people, an extra reason when they go out and sell it as a value added benefit to their customers and saying, if you join, we will do this, this, and this. Uh, let's see, like if I can, because my papers are spread all over. Uh, but for instance, no, I don't have it here now, but when they sign up, we say to them, these are the individuals, we say to the client, tell your people they get discounts aside from what's around on the web, a discount card that can go into Avis or Budget Rent-A-Car. They have a discount card that gets pet prescriptions discounted, regular prescriptions. We've got a program that gives them free color photos. Just send in the color photos and we send back the prints. So there's a lot of things like this that are value added that we have done, which is a benefit, of course, to the client because there's more incentive for his people to like to do it and more incentive for the people. Now, our clients normally don't go out and solicit their people. They will normally press a button and download or upload to us all of their members. And then we send a email. We've got a series of 8 different emails. And we send the email to them and says, congratulations, your favorite company that you're dealing with is now offering you and giving you this free benefit. So if you don't want it for some reason, you can opt out. Well, we don't get 1% opt out because it's free to them and it's a benefit. So this allows us, rather than go to the public, one person at a time, now to go to a company that's got thousands of people that they can put into the program. So our cost of marketing is much less expensive and gives us that benefit from our standpoint.
So how you made this communication system work perfectly?
How can we what process it?
This communication system that you have created, that you are sending emails, you are able to communicate with the customers, they are getting notifications, you are adding additional features to the application, and you are making user feel great about the application. So what changes that you have done, or what kind of care that you take in order to make this?
Our customers have 2 choices. Number one, if they feel that they want to do the back end, we give them a back end that allows them to do everything themselves. Most of our customers are lazy. They say, you've got the people, you're free. It doesn't cost me anything extra to have you do it. So we want you to do it. So we have the back end as well. And we can now do like a series of 8 emails when they first join. We send them a welcome email. We tell them about the program. We say, hey, today you are getting a free gift of pet insurance or a free gift of a rental car, whatever it happens to be. We can do that communication. Our smaller companies that we deal with really don't have the time, they don't have the expertise, and they don't have the money to do this type of program that's in-depth marketing. We do. So we say to them, how would you like to hire me, our company, and we will do this, 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 and this, and give you email, and give you texting, and give you scratch-offs and so forth. That'll cost you $150 a month, and we work for you. I mean, it's the way we've done it so inexpensively that every company, large or small, can enjoy our benefits. Now, we charge more for the mall, but again, some of these malls that you see out there for let's say American Airlines or whatever, they cost millions of dollars to build. They don't do much more than what we do. And we charge $5,000 to $25,000, period. And then we do all the work behind it for a couple $100 a month. So, that's how we do it. It's a benefit for everybody with the program we have designed.
So how it reached more than your place? What worked for you in order to reach more people?
Well, we don't have to go and introduce more people. Somebody like a Rakuten or something like that's direct to consumer, B2C, they have to go out and advertise and pull in these people. I go get some, let's say a charity that's got 100,000 people in it. They just download those people to me. So we don't have to go out and solicit. We don't have to advertise. That's how we can get mass numbers that we market to without doing all that extra expensive recruiting.
So this came with the experience that you have in marketing in your career.
They what?
This marketing thing you have learned and implementing this in your business today, which you have learned in your career.
Yeah, we have it all. We have it all. Now, we have been designing it for some time. We have been tweaking it for some time. We have the knowledge to do what we want to do in the marketplace. We have the technology people that are capable of building it so that our marketing package is really complete. Are we perfect? No, nobody's perfect. Okay. What we are perfect at is if something needs to be done, we're perfect at getting that done. So, our whole business, we realize we're only in the customer service business. That's all we are. If we can't keep our customers and their customers happy, we're not doing the right job.
So you have to be very, as a founder, as a person who is managing this and providing the service to different merchants, you have to be very clear about the technology also that you are using for your business. So how you hire technologists who can able to match your requirement with their technical skills?
Well, that's really Doug's point. Doug is the guy that, he will see what the backgrounds are and what their strengths and weaknesses are. We have manuals we have developed for both the mall and local banks. We send our clients this manual, which a 5-year-old can follow the instructions in order to do the work. But as I said before, most of them like to have it because they might want to do something on the fly. But mostly they pick up the phone and say, here's the things I want to do today, and we do it. And it takes a robust platform that has the flexibility to do all this, and our guys have built it.
So are you able to do everything that you can do in the real world, that you're doing in the virtual world?
Well, as I said, I'm not the expert. I've got experts that work with me and teach me every day. They can't teach me much in the way of technology because my mind doesn't go in that direction. But we do have great people. And, without the team we have, we could have not nearly built what we have because by comparison to the big giants out there, we're peanut. But we've got technology that can equal or exceed most of the big boys.
So you tell me as a technologist how you are able to match Martin's business ideas.
We have company meetings all the time. And, I'll throw up ideas. I'll ask the other people to throw up ideas, and they will all pitch in. As I said, there's no one idea in this company. There's a bunch of people that get together and brainstorm with each other and find some ways to do things better or more extensively. And that's the way I do it. We just do it as a team.
Yeah, I mean, just to expand on that, it could be anything from your traditional email marketing and whatnot and social marketing to, even going as far back as multi-pronged attacks from where we'll do, a combination of an outreach through technical, email, social posts, calling campaigns. LinkedIn's been a huge asset for us so far as far as connecting with other businesses, but there's no this is the path we go to market every time. Like Marty says, it's a group effort. We get together and say, well, for this specific product or this specific initiative, what's going to be the best way to hit them? And we come to a group agreement on it.
So you use all the social networks in order to make things happen.
It just depends. Yeah. I mean, it's in some cases, yes. In other cases, it'll be, like I said, it can be a traditional email marketing. It all depends on what initiative and what platform we're pushing into what audience we're trying to reach. Not not all shoes fit the same, not all feet fit the same shoes, right? So if I'm trying to reach businesses in South Florida, maybe I'll leverage a data platform that'll give me insight into those specific businesses. And then from there, it could be a combination of social and email, maybe even a phone call outreach. If I'm trying to reach just national merchants, I'm going to lean probably heavily more towards LinkedIn, where I'm going to be able to connect with those, the executives at those companies. So it all depends.
And now you have customers from other countries as well, and you're translating the information into their language. So, how is the response? How they are feeling about using this service?
Doug?
Well, I mean, we've really only done with the U.S. and Canada now. I know from the original offshoot with Germany, that was from the sale to the public company, that was all retranslated to be focused heavily in Europe. But yeah, we haven't really delved much further beyond that. But we have the capability to do so. I know we have a lot of uptake, especially with the Spanish speakers here in America and Canada. But we haven't actually deployed yet fully in another country beyond that. We're ready to. I mean, frankly, with the way the platform's built, we could do it in a matter of days. But.
So, Martin, you say me, have you thought that when you're starting this service, have you thought that you will reach wherever you reached today?
We're going to try. We, when we go to other countries, for instance, we will probably sell the territory to a partner who in turn has local representation. Now we can get the merchants and we can build all the software. He doesn't have to do anything, but he will be able to have local contacts, which we cannot have in those countries. So we will be utilizing a series of local business people who want to open up this type of business without spending the $2 million we built into the program, and it costs us. We could do it and they realize, the market is there. People want to build loyalty. People want loyalty programs. And we have found, and studies have shown, that people would prefer cash back programs rather than a piece of furniture or whatever. People like cash. So we put together the program that will allow our licensees for each of these countries to go out and expand when we feel that we are ready, and if we find licensees that we think will do the job.
So adding different functionalities according to the business requirements consistently in order to reach different networks and different merchants. Is it easy for you?
No, nothing in life is easy. It takes a lot of work, but we've got the processes and other technology in place to start doing that. So, when we are ready, and it could be next year, it could be next week when somebody comes from a country and says, hey, I like what you're doing. I would like to do it here. Let's talk about it. So, but if they do, there's no problem for us because we can do that tomorrow if we want to. We just are not pushing it yet because we want to make sure we've got a more solid, more substantial, full coverage in the United States and Canada before we do some of these other things.
Yeah, and let me add on to that. You talk about business requirements capturing and software development, and from that aspect, we've got a tried and true process, right, of gathering the requirements and doing our own analyses. So then it gets down to those business questions. Again, business leading technology, not the reverse. It gets down to those business questions. Yeah, we can do it. Here's our expenditure. Here's our cost. Here's our estimate. Now, how is that defrayed? How is that recouped? And what's the best benefit for Loyalty Superstore and the partner? Because again, we're looking for win-win situations. So some of these could be JVs where it's a joint venture, and some of these could be, well, frankly, we don't see the market, but you do. So the partner may decide that they want to invest and pay for the technology build, that portion of the stack. Some of them we see it and we'll say, well, we're willing to take it, but then we're going to take more of the share of the future profits. So again, it's all it's looked at from the business standpoint, because technically we can build anything, and gathering requirements and all that, that's nothing new. I've been doing that for well over 30 years. It's about what's going to serve all parties the best.
And which businesses, which industries are connected with Loyalty Superstore?
Yes, I mean most of our clients are the businesses we work with. Well, it varies based upon the product, but like for National Mall, these are medium to large size businesses that have memberships that have already have a group of people, and they're looking to keep those people loyal and happy and active within their organization. So many of them, frankly, just become clients. Here and there, they may have an off requirement that doesn't fit in what we have. And from there, it can be is this something we want to build for the mall that we can offer to all of our clients? So then we may take on some of that development burden cost, or is it something that's unique to that client? So then that's a custom development option that they, and again, we try to make it do everything fair and at a reasonable price if that's the case. When we talk about our smaller merchants, we feel we've really designed a great platform for the small to medium sized business to really get new customers and keep them coming back. So we really don't get a lot of customer requests and requirements. We do get a lot of feedback. Sure, hey, it'd be nice if I had this. It'd be nice if we had that. And we just put that into the tech roadmap. And when as we're making bug fixes and enhancements, we'll add them when they make sense. Especially if we see a trend. If you get more than 20% or 30% of your customer base asking for this new feature that you don't have, we're gonna pay attention to that. We're gonna look at that and escalate that. But frankly, I mean, we haven't had too much of that in the last couple of years because everybody's been pretty happy with the platform.
So designing software for different industries and for different businesses every time and adding different functionalities, and also taking Martin's business ideas and converting it to converting the business ideas and putting in the technology. So how is that every time having a diversified work?
Frankly, like I said, it's a tried and true process. We do a standard requirements gathering. We look over it in our group between the devs and between the business development parties, between the software technical leads, myself, Martin. And again, that question always becomes, okay, so how does this serve the business? How does it serve the end user? And does it make sense before we even put? That's our initial exercise: gather the requirements, do the analysis. Marty's requirements are frankly often more challenging than clients' requirements to get through, because he's always got this new idea that none of us have thought of that really isn't out there, but he's taken something existing and tweaked it, or he's come up with something completely fresh, and we've gone, gosh, nobody's thought about that. So how do we go about that? Whereas typically when a client comes up with a requirement, there's a logical progression to it that others would have seen already. And it's like, oh, yeah, I see what you're doing there. You have members in, for example, you want to pay them all out in your own debit card. Sure, we know how we can do that. Or you have an internal system for payouts and you want to pay out in that system. I can see the path down to make that happen. Whereas nobody was thinking, hey, let's take all these great affiliate networks that offer cash back and make it a brandable website and mobile app for clients. What? That was Marty's idea. That was not something that a client had ever come to us with. So we apply the same process, even though the ideas may come from different places and different brains. But frankly, yeah. I don't want to oversimplify and say it's easy, but it's simplified to take the same approach in business requirements gathering, analyses, and then from there, product road mapping, et cetera.
An example of that was, issuer of debit cards. He said, I like your idea. I like the program of getting cash back for myself and for my customers. But I would like to have it be able to be put right on my card. Well, we had to develop that, which Doug did. But we have to develop that in order to do that, because most of the companies, aren't going to bother putting the money on our clients' cards. They'd want to put it on their own or use the money for themselves. But when we see that there is a desire for a certain aspect that we have not done, if it's doable, we will try to do it. And it's not for everybody. I mean, some charities have their own cards, right? They have they want to issue it out, like AAA and so forth. Other charities don't. But when I can say to a big company who has their own card, now we can take and put your money and the customers' rebates back on your card to respend, where you make money on the spend. it becomes something worthwhile for us to develop.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the
So,
customer is happy because they get their cash back and they have a new spending tool that has other benefits for them.
so Martin, is it easy or is it a challenging job for you for doing this giant business?
When you mention technology, I don't even like the word because it's way above me. Uh, I'm very good at saying, "Hey, why can't we do this? And this would be great." And oh, look at nobody's done this before. Doug, get it done. So I just give ideas. As I tell people, I'm really what they call a CPA. It's not certified public accountant. It's certified peddlers of America. I'm just a salesman and coming up with ideas that people want to buy because we make them attractive.
But it's not easy for you to get an idea which 100% will get you the positive result. So how you made that possible all these years?
We picked the right person. That's what it takes. This is a match between technology and, I'll give you an example. Marketing is what it's all about when all is said and done. There was a company called IBM that invented DOS. And there was another company called Microsoft, which invented a different language. Now, IBM was a bigger company, but Microsoft knew how to market it. So they didn't know what to do it. I can tell you that with Betacam and so forth. It's the one that knows how to market. Got to have some technology, not necessarily the best, although we do try to have the best, but it's how you market. And as I say, if I was going like other people are marketing, one at a time, one customer at a time, that's a very slow build. When I get somebody to download 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 people into the program in 1 second by pressing a button, that's what gets the job done.
But you are saying that it is a combination of technologists and a business people to make this happen.
I'm saying that it takes a lot from a lot of aspects to make this business work. And you can't do it alone. It's, the way they say it, that you got to have a team. You got to have a family. And I'm very, very fortunate that we have built that. We've got, sounds silly, but at the end of every meeting, we sing a little company song so that they're all part of the same team. And they all laugh when we do it. And, some of these guys have brought kazoos and drums and what other things when we do it. But it does make a difference with everybody knows that they're a valuable asset to what we're doing. And then, of course, we give them a little stock on the company as well, which means they have got more incentive than just a paycheck.
And your customers are from your place.
My customers are from where?
From your location.
Oh, they're all over the country. We've got customers every place. We're a national company, because we're in the web. On the web, all you got to do is click a button and you're connected. So that's why I said we can go to Europe very easily. We can go to Asia very easily. So certainly we can go from Florida to California very easily. We don't have any restrictions whatsoever from geographic standpoint.
So you do business with India also, where I live.
What? We do business wherever we can.
Which means I live in India, so you do business here too with my people.
Oh, let me take that. Yeah, absolutely. We worked internationally quite a bit before, and frankly, you've got some of the greatest talent in software development there in India. So we've leveraged third-party agencies to help us with software development in India as well. I'm not really at liberty to say who, but yeah, we've worked with Indian developers and Indian companies quite a bit in the past.
And
So what are that?
I believe that you are living in one of the areas that is technology oriented.
With which everybody can able to connect and communicate and take the service from any place in the world.
That's right.
So what are the next functionalities that you are going to add to make benefit for your clients or your customers?
I would like to tell you, but I'm not going to tell the rest of the world. We're going to do it first and then tell them. I don't want them to get a start until we're ready, and they're running behind the pack. That's what we want.
So at last, what do you say to my audience about the service that you're providing and the work that you're doing?
Doug, what do you think?
Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but our goal has always been win-win situations, for a win for the customer, a win for the business. And if we can't find those, then what are we doing? Then it just doesn't make sense. We lead with our hearts and our minds to benefit people and enhance their lives. And we utilize technology for that. We utilize all of the partners that we can find out there that'll do that. At the end of the day, and that's a part of our analysis. So at the end of the day, it's about a win-win situation for everybody. I'll say that.
And to answer your previous question, we are going to start getting into gamification. So that we aside from regular programs, things that people will enjoy to come to just to play. And we've got some of that in the works right now.
We are leaning there with our scratchels and our scratch cards, but there's much more that, yes, Marty would be mad if I gave away the boat right now. But yes, we're leaning more into those things.
So when you're becoming global, like you are into Canada and Germany, so when you're becoming...
No, the last company that I sold was into Germany and Europe, which, as I said, did not have much technology, just changing the color and putting on a header. Our company now does everything and has great, robust technology, and we're doing it right now in the United States and Canada. But we are geared anytime we want to press a button to go any place in the world.
So I wish you do the great work that you're doing. I wish you reach everywhere, and I want everybody who are watching and listening to us to use the service that you are providing and get benefit of what you are giving them.
Now, to see what our company is, they can go to the website, which is www.loyaltysuperstore.com. And it's got a link to the National Mall, National Mall Plus, and to local things. And they can see everything we do just by going to loyaltysuperstore.com.
I'll put the link in the description also on the screen as well. People who finds our video on YouTube can able to see it, and also people who listens to this conversation on podcast from anywhere on this planet can able to see the service that you're doing and can get the service that you're providing them.
Well, go ahead, Doug.
No, I was just going to thank him. Thank you very much. I love it. That's very appreciated.
I thank you very much for having us, listening to us. We hope we weren't too boring, and we enjoy doing this.
So, Martin, I want your feedback. What is your observation about my work? Because you're into technology, you're into business from long time. You know how to make networks to connect with each other and create some energy which is not existed before. What is your observation about me and my work?
Well, first of all, I normally charge $500 an hour to give consultation. I'm going to do free. You're doing an important thing for business. And I'm sure you want wider distribution. You're going to get wider distribution. But companies like us need a forum, need a place to explain what we do, need a voice out in the marketplace. And you're giving that to the people. And for that, I'm grateful, but I'm sure that anyone that you work with will be as grateful as well. And anything we can do on our end to help you with distribution and so forth, we are certainly most happy to do.
It's an honor, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable time and giving us your time and telling about your service and telling us about the work that you're doing to the world who don't know about this.
It's our pleasure. And I still say you got a great smile.
Thank you, sir. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Please, send us the link so we can take a look at it.
Yeah, also can I put this audio and video clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
Wherever you want to put it, we authorize you to put it.
Yeah, just let us know the places so we can look at them as well. Give us all the links.
Thank you, Deng,
And from
for
there, we can start sending the links out to people we would like to see it, which would help you as well build up your
Yeah,
listenership.
we'll be happy to put in where we can help grow your audience. So yeah, give us the links and we'll be happy to repost them, reshare them wherever, and drive them back to your sites, back to your channel.
Thank you very much, sir. Keep going, keep doing what you love.
All right. Any questions you got in the future, please feel free to just reach out.
Definitely, sir. Thank you very much again for the opportunity.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sai. Have a great day.
Bye. Bye,
Thank
sir.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.